years ago. Get back into the game.
It's come a long way. And, you know, I go back that the first thing I said on day one was, every year you start, you go right back to square one. And you don't assume and you don't take anything for granted. And our kids, that's what we did. We went right back to the first day of running slants and out routes and basic stuff. And we've really progressed. Our timing's gotten a lot better. Still got a long way to go, but very pleased with the effort and attitude so far.
Which young guys have you been most impressed with over the course of the first 2 weeks?
I know at my position, Simi Cobbs is doing very well as a freshman receiver. Jay Shun Harris as a freshman receiver. Dominique Booth as a true freshman. Those three guys are really doing a great job. Jordan Fuchs as a freshman tight end is doing phenomenal. I think from a skill standpoint, those guys really stand out to me right now.
What would you really like to see improve?
From those guys?
From just the offensive game.
You know what, with what we do on offense, what makes us special is playing fast. And we are still training every single day how to get your eyes back to the sideline, how to get lined up for the next play, and really use that tempo to our advantage. So I still think we have a long way to go with that.
Coach, sorry, you probably want to ask this, but after about the first 12, 13 practices, how do you feel about where the offense is right now?
We're doing okay. We're not where we need to be, and we're not where we want to be. We have extremely high standards for what it means to play offense at this school, and we're gaining on it. We're coaching it. We're teaching it every day, and we still have a long way to go, but we still have 2 weeks before the first game.
Coach Norr mentioned on Tuesday with his side, this week he thought would be kind of a week where he'd start to see some things from guys and kind of get a feel for where the unit is, because this will be, you know, it's kind of a grind now. Is that kind of the same on your side of the ball?
Yeah, that's 100% right. It is a grind, and you know, it's the hump week. You're in the middle of 2 days, and really for us, we're still trying to grow. But we want to see if these young guys are going to fight through some pain. Can we count on them mentally? We continue to push them every day, and right now it's been a good response. But again, we're not where we need to be.
As far as the O-line, Coach was high on it coming in, Coach Wilson. Have they come close to meet what you guys were expecting to see from them?
They're doing okay. I think our defensive line is much improved from a year ago. So I think that we're blocking a much better front, a much bigger, a much stronger front. So, you know, our defensive line's winning a lot of battles right now because those guys have put on some muscle, and they're doing a great job in Coach Norr's team. But I think we're doing okay. I don't think that we're playing at a all Big Ten or all American level quite yet.
What's the competition like at the wide receiver position? Are you happy with how competitive that is?
I am, and it's extremely competitive, and the kids know that. And you know, I go into every meeting talking about special team value. That, you know, you can be a 2 or a 3 receiver for me, but you know, you're not going to travel to each game unless you're on the kickoff cover team or the punt return team. So they're really busting their butt in special teams. They're doing a great job competing for me. But every single day they have to bring it, and if they don't, then it's going to be the next guy's turn.
Coach, have you been asked this, but about Stoner, what do you need from him?
Just some leadership. Number one, the kid's been playing football for a long time for us. He's really done a great job with his body of putting on some weight and some muscle this year. And, you know, for him, you know, we're still trying to get him to make every big time catch and every big time route on third down and come through for us. But right now, very pleased with where he's at, and really just the leadership that he's bringing to our room.
So consistency in catching the ball is the key.
Yeah, he's got great hands. I think that he catches the ball. I'm talking about a big third down man coverage conversion, making 100% of those.
Coach Stoner had mentioned the acronym BEASTS. Can you tell me a little bit about that, like what it might stand for? Or
you know what, a year ago I asked the guys what it means to play receiver here, and I got about 20 words, 20 to 25 words. And so when I started grouping all those words together, it came out where I was able to create an acronym, and we created the acronym called BEASTS. And just from there, it's just something that we do within our room, but sort of describes how we play and who we try to be.
What are some of the words that in the acronym?
Effort, accountability, speed, toughness, words like that.
Obviously, Coach, you have Nate Sudfeld, the quarterback. What do you have behind that? Are you comfortable if one of those other guys has to get moved?
I really am, and they're doing a really good job. And quite honestly, Alexander Diamant's really coming on. He's had a good week. Nate Boudreau continues to be steady and do everything we ask him to do. I would say those two stand out to me, probably in the backup role. And very pleased. But again, at quarterback, you know, if you don't show up ready to play every single day, then it's going to make you look bad. And so those kids, as young guys, are really still learning how to prepare and act and get ready for practice.
What do you like that you're seeing out of? I mean, we talked about Jay Shun last week a little bit, but you know, after another week of seeing him, what do you like about him?
Well, one, he's a phenomenal kid, and so he's very coachable. He works hard. He does all those little things that you want players to do. Two, he's very, very smart. And as a young guy, when you come into a new offense, he hasn't blinked an eye with any play that we've put in, any formation, any motion. He's done a really good job there. And then the last thing, he plays fast. He's consistently, you know, plays as fast as Shane Wynn does on the field, and does a great job feeling space and getting open. So very pleased with where he is right now.
catching up pitching where you lost a key player in Ted Bolser, and then Danny got dinged a little bit. Corsara's back now. Michael Cooper played 12 games for Arizona before he came here. What do you see, Jordan Fuchs? What do you see at that spot that is good or needs to come on?
I would say needs to come on would just be some help in the passing game. Just whether it be some speed down the field, some crispness in the routes that they're running, and releases, getting hands off of them. And in the run game, blocking at the point of attack. I think that we have the right pieces, the right combination there. Again, I think for us it's going to be a matter of putting that whole thing together and getting the right bodies in the right spot.